was like, shit. So I'm like getting this leash, you know, like one of those lasso type leashes that, so I'm like going like this and it tries to bite me again, the little shithead. So I back up and it jumps out of the cage. And we had these doors.
Flew out of the cage.
No, jumps out of the cage. So it has these, we have these doors in the back that apparently the dog is strong enough to just push open. And it pushed open into the wild. And so I'm running after it, and I'm like, shit, I've only worked here like 6 months. So I'm running out, and I'm running out into this field, because there was a field, and then there was the road. And so I'm standing in between the road, and I'm like, no. And nobody knows. I was in the back by myself, so nobody knows that me and the dog are out there. The guy's still in front, paying for his dog, waiting for me to bring it up. So I'm like, no. So he starts running toward the backfield, and I'm like, oh good. So I start running inside to go get help. And then he starts running toward the road again, and I'm like, no! And I'm like, no! And I'm like trying to get him, and he's like scared of beating me. So he's running back again. I'm like, sweet! So I start running toward the hospital again. And then he starts running toward the road, and I'm like, no! And I'm like, stop! So he starts running really far, so I'm like, oh good. So I run in, and I'm like, I don't care who hears. I run and I'm like, somebody help me! I'm like, the waiting room, all these people, and I'm like, oh, that can't be good for business. But, so, like, 3 people come out just as I see the dog get hit by a goner. I was like, oh, see, so
you killed the dog.
That's not murder, it's manslaughter. So
That's
what I
expected. I tried to
expected.
save it, and
It was
tried to bite
negligent
me.
death.
Negligent dog
Now what
slaughter.
really happened was the dog tried to bite her once. She grabs it by the nape of the neck, throws it on the ground, kicks open the door, says, "Go out there and die, bitch."
Well, I assume what happened. Follow me on this. There's some Perry Mason work here. Now she says the dog bit her. That's perfect.
I didn't say it, but I said it.
Okay, so it tries to bite her. She's obviously angry. I understand.
I was not angry. I was
He tries to bite her the
scared.
second time. She's had enough. She reaches in, twists. Now,
Throws it out to
she
the
says
street.
this dog was strong enough to push open this door. This door that she herself had trouble pushing open. Nonetheless, she goes out, she puts the dog in the road. She waits until a car's coming. She comes back
But wait,
inside
it
and says,
wasn't dead.
She says, I need help.
It
They
wasn't
come
dead.
out, oh my god, the dog's been hit by a car. How'd that happen?
It wasn't dead though. They went out and got it on the stretcher.